Good morning. 5:20. I left a little bit later as planned, and I hiked now 2 kilometers, and I'm already wet. Yeah, it's so incredible hot. Uh, it's, it's really terrible. But in the morning time, if the world awakens, it's really beautiful. Always here. And since many kilometers, there are many wild dogs. Some of them are barking, but most of them, they are really very shy and they are in fear. They're really in fear if they see you. You can see this, and then they are running immediately away and they hide. But none of them looks like you have to rescue them. Yeah, they are proper. They have got food. I haven't seen a dog who is just bones and skin. No, they're just dirty. And some of them are really beautiful. Oi, oi, oi. It's interesting to keep the birds away. Oh. Buongiorno. Well, those mountains I have to cross, and then I should see Napoli. Bella Italia. So schaut's wieder seit 2-3 Kilometern aus. Since I left Lazio, the area around Rome, I never have been honked on the street. Can you say it like this? I don't know. So nobody was honking, and which is really very nice. And I noticed this since weeks. So let's see if this will change now here in the area of Napoli. I'm praying to the universe, please let there be a bar. And there is a bar, closed, but it's a bar. Be grateful. Oh, this is so bad. We have to take a tunnel to cross the railway tracks. That's so bad. There's no other way. Introducing you to the Neapolitan bike line. But look at this. They can do it better. I'm really fascinated. It's really fascinating. Everything is closed due to the vacations. It's the butcher, bakery, bars, restaurants, everything is just closed and almost no traffic in a million city like Napoli. Really interesting. 1.2 kilometers to the next supermarket. The fruteria in the street where I have the apartment is closed to Ferie. And as you can see, they even have got good sidewalks for pedestrians. Everything is just fucking closed. And you know what's really good in Berlin? You leave the house and in 10 minutes you have got 20 different possibilities to eat, day and night. But fast food, street food, all those things are completely unknown in Italy. And if you are hungry in the afternoon at 2 o'clock, you are just fucked. You have to wait. And and now most of the things are anyway closed because of failure. So even the restaurants are closed. Well, nobody can say I would not live a healthy lifestyle. I do. And I love salad and mozzarella cheese. And I thought I would know every tool you can have in the kitchen. And now I found this here. And I do not have any clue, no imagination. I'm completely helpless. What is this? Can somebody tell me, please? And what's the name of this? The question how we find meaning in suffering touches on fundamental aspects of human existence and has preoccupied philosophers, theologians, and poets for centuries. Finding meaning in suffering can require a profound transformation of personal perspective. It is often about seeing suffering not as a senseless evil, but as part of a larger, perhaps even educational process. Many people find comfort and meaning in their faith or spiritual beliefs, which provide them with a framework for interpreting suffering as a trial or purification that leads to spiritual growth. Others draw strength from community and connection with others who have had similar experiences. Sharing suffering can lead to deep human connections and provide a sense of not being alone in the experience of suffering. Philosophically, the concept of resilience can be important, the ability to emerge stronger from difficult experiences. This perspective emphasizes that suffering, although often painful and unwanted, can provide an opportunity for self-reflection and personal development. By overcoming challenges, we can develop a deeper appreciation for life and our own strengths. Ultimately, the search for meaning in suffering is a very individual journey that depends on personal beliefs, life circumstances, and the type of suffering experienced. Some people find answers in art, literature, or philosophy. Others find them in activity and commitment to a cause larger than themselves. Perhaps important is the realization that although suffering is often unavoidable, the way we respond to it gives us some power to shape our destiny. The suffering before and after my own suicide attempt and the horrific suffering after my partner's suicide completely destroyed my entire life up to that point. Not a stone was left unturned. But when I began to accept it and question whether this suffering might not be good for something, it opened the door to a completely new life that ultimately suited me much better than the previous one. The fact that I questioned the suffering was not due to any special intellectual achievement. I simply had no perspective anymore and was panicking. It was the last chance to find answers. If I hadn't found any, I would be dead today. Clinging to suffering because suffering and pain are equated with love is the worst mistake you can make. There is also the possibility of honoring love by accepting death and seeing what the situation and the person have left behind for you, which can open up a new perspective for the development of which I am ultimately responsible. How do you deal with suffering? What has suffering taught you? Why do you close yourself off to the possibilities that arise in the experience of suffering?